coast. 90% I'm going to be materialistic and he'll take care of it. Krishna's not a fool. So he wants to see that you made a real, genuine effort. But even though you didn't make a real, genuine effort, he'll give you another chance, another opportunity, another life. And he says that in the Gita, that there's no loss or no diminution on what you have accomplished, your 10%. You just carry on 10% in the next life. Maybe you only go to 20 in the next life. Maybe each life you only do 10%. So it may take you a little longer than someone else, but in the end, you'll get to 90%, and then Krishna will, okay, now I'll take care of you, come back, going back to Godhead. Krishna makes that decision. So it's different for every person. It depends on our sincerity and our dedication, our commitment, our ability to overcome challenges and obstacles like that. He sees what our situation is. Yeyatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. As you approach me, I reciprocate accordingly. So that word accordingly is very important. He means he understands the situation and he gives you what you deserve. So that's another thing that Prabhupada taught me. First deserve, then desire. So sometimes we may desire something, but we're not deserving of it. And Krishna understands that. You give us another chance. But when we are deserving of it, then he'll take care. Okay? But if we, as we mentioned in the class, if we approach Krishna every day, our quality time, we have a chat with our best friend, said, today I tried to be Krishna conscious, but I know I can do better. Let me try better tomorrow. Please help me. And then if you're sincerely doing this, Krishna is going to reciprocate. So we have to be sincere. You may say to Krishna, tomorrow I'll try to be more Krishna conscious, but then tomorrow you don't try. You can't tell Krishna something and then don't do it.
Yeah.
So by having this quality time with Krishna and saying tomorrow I'll try to do better means you have to actually try to do better. And this is, we say this prayer to Krishna to encourage us to actually do better and not pay attention to our mind. And our mind is saying, don't worry about why you're working so hard, just coast, just relax. Just go and enjoy. Yeah, we can't follow the mind. We have to follow the instructions of Prabhupada coming in Parampara. He's telling us exactly what Krishna wants, what Krishna sees, what Krishna understands. Krishna knows everything about us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. So by having this quality time with Krishna at the end of the day, it should only be a minute, before you go to sleep. Tomorrow I'll try to do better. It keeps us focused on the goal. The goal to become Krishna conscious, to go back home, back to Godhead. Is that helpful?
I have another question now.
Okay. Good. Prabhupada liked people who were thoughtful.
You mentioned how if we're sincere in trying, that's the main thing, but apparatus can be detrimental to that. So finding fault and criticizing and that mentality is detrimental to making progress. So I've always struggled with pointing out where, if you don't point out faults.
Well, look, earlier, I understand your question. Please don't mind that I interjected. Earlier I said there was a right way and a wrong way to do everything in life, right? So there's a right way and a wrong way to point out someone's defects. You can go up to them and say, what you did was terrible, it was a horrible job, you know, which is the wrong way to do it. Or that someone has this fault, you know. Don't point it out in a negative way. The right way to do it is go approach the devotee and say, you know, I have great faith in you. I've seen that you've done some wonderful devotional service in the past, and I know that you have a bright future ahead of you. But this particular service that you just did right now is not up to your own standard. I know you could have done better, and you probably know you could have done better also. So please try to do better. Come up to your standard and do the best for Krishna, because Krishna deserves your best. So you encourage the person. That's the right way to point out someone's faults, to encourage them. You're not fault finding then. But if it's a negative approach, then you're fault finding. But here you're being very helpful. It's a positive critique, that's all it is. An encouragement to do better, to come up to a standard that I know that you're capable of doing and that you've done before. So you see the difference? Two ways of approaching, and you get two different results. When we criticize and point out some negativity, a person may not take it very well. But if you do it the right way, that you know, I have great faith in you. You've done wonderful service before, but this wasn't up to your own standard. You know, is there some problem in your life? Whatever, you know, you can talk to them in a very nice, wonderful way and say that you can do better. I know you can do better, and Krishna deserves your best. So that's my answer. Was that helpful?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's good because everybody face it in daily life. That what question he asked.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Can someone repeat what she said?
Yeah, I think it's a good question and good answer.
Sorry?
Good question and good answer.
Okay, good question and good answer. Haribol, thank you very much. Okay, thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much.
Tomorrow, I'm leaving early in the morning to go to the airport and to fly to a different country, leaving New Zealand.
Okay.
We had a wonderful time here.
Thank you so much coming here.
Yeah, and we want to return. You have great potential here. We've been doing programs, and we see that this is a great preaching field. This can become a very important center here. There's a lot of potential here in this area. So just carry on as you're doing with positive outlook, and ask the Lord to help, that we can do better every day, step by step, day by day. That's all it is. Just have to become Krishna conscious in one day. Forget about 50 years. Just focus on one day. That we can accomplish. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki.
For those that wish to stay a little longer, I have